lap 1's coming through to be completed now, and it's Van Dorn, Keithley, Tauborg, Lauritsen, Develar, Wiesenmuller, Tusting, Malachy, Butcher and Paolini, and we do apologise absolutely stratosporically for what's happened so far. It's completely out of our control, unfortunately, but there we go. And it looks like Van Dorn and Keithley is going to resume, Mr. Jenkins.
They are indeed. So right where they left off, unfortunately, after Van Dorn's incident, the gap's currently 0.8 seconds. You can see Jesper Torbol, though, keeping in very close company. Torbol, of course, will be hot on his tail, looking for redemption after the incidents we saw in race 1. He really wants to try and put this beyond, albeit to make up for lost time, knowing he needs some big points here to be sitting with a chance of winning this championship. And it's looking there, you can see Alexander Lauritsen just behind us. A car gone off there. That may have been Peter Develar. I'm not too sure. I believe they may have been able to get back on the circuit.
Maybe a little bit of lag. I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, look at this from Tusting on Wiesenmuller.
Yeah, so Tusting goes straight up the inside. We've seen this so many times before. He's been pushed to the edge of the circuit. Just about hangs on. How does Wiesenmuller do? There's a bit of contact there as well.
Oh, Tusting's going to turn him round. Oh, so close. They're both in the wall. Wiesenmuller's going to have to reverse. Oh, and he's lost his rear wing as well. Let's see if we can catch that on a replay. So, it looked like Tusting just got too aggressive across the grass, and he's turned Wiesenmuller around. That's actually really poor from Tusting. In the end, he just kept pushing, and that's going to be a very unhappy Robert Wiesenmuller, I can imagine. Look at that; it's an awful. In fact, it's worse every time we look at it. Let's not look at it again. Oh no! And it looks like he's retired. Wiesenmuller's retired, and Tusting's retired, and I have to say, that was incredibly poor driving from Ben Tusting there.
It was a very close incident as well. It was just unfortunate to see both drivers retire this early on. So THR's fortune seems to be going from bad to worse, but Torbol is definitely on the rise. He's back in P3 chasing championship contender Jack Keithley, who's also on the hunt in towards Stoffel Van Dorn. So Van Dorn looking to maybe pick up where he left off last time, and maybe even take a victory, which if he didn't make that mistake, arguably could have been his. But nonetheless, the fact remains, Keithley
should have been his, Liam, quite frankly. I mean, he made the mistake, and he gifted it to Jack, didn't he?
He did indeed, so he's looking to try and make that now. As you can see, Torbol goes up the inside, fastest lap of the race, and P2, the start and end of that lap could not have gone any better. He moves up into second position. Torbol now fancies his chances. He pushes Jack Keithley aside and says, alright, Stoffel, you better try it, Jack Keithley. Let's see what we can do against Jesper Torbol then. So the most illustrated man in TPS steps up to take the charge. Alexander Lauritsen still there as well in the other walk racing, so Walk looking to be very successful here today as well. Oh, Twister, pardon.
Yeah, he's moved to Twister now. He was part of the walk racing crew. He's now moved to Twister, but Develar for Walk is behind them in 5th, and Butcher up to 6th.
Malachy again running consistently in 7th. Dino Paolini up in 8th, a great result so far for him. Damaging his teammate up in 11th, so very good result for the team. And look at that again, Rasmus Salo. Wow, what an underdog he's been this afternoon.
Well, he's a previous winner in the TouringProSeries, of course, in WTM with the Holden. So he's not slow, per se. So, you know, it's not a complete surprise to see him up there, but he is completely new to these cars, and it makes me wonder why they put Ravio in the car, if Salo can do that kind of thing, and Ravio unable to attend this round. So, Butcher up to 6th is a much better result for him than... Oh, Rasmus Salo, what's happened to him? Oh, he's on the grass!
We say it.
What's he done? Oh, he's run wide, exactly the same as... Oh, look at that in the background! Lennon was that! I don't know if that was lag. But Rasmus Salo, just as we put the commentator's curse on him, it seems. And Van Dorn, and Tauborg, and Keithley. Keithley having a go at Tauborg there. I don't know if he actually made it through or not, but they're right behind each other, look, right line astern.
Oh, it really is incredible scenes here. Look how close Keithley's getting now. Now, this is a battle that we've all been speculating who will be the winner of. All race long, and we see finally these two go head to head at Vanport. Lap 6 of 27 here, and it's really looking to be almost in Torborg's favour. You've got to wonder, push to passes could be the deciding factor as Stoffel Van Dorn looks to try and run away into the sunset. He's got a 1.1 second lead. You've got Alexander Lauritsen still there, not too far away from them. Peter Develar in P5, Chris Butcher in 6th as well. But the main battle at the moment is between the top three, and they're separated by 1.2 seconds. The field is running across the line. Does it deviate at all? It does go up to 1.4 on Jack Keithley's part, but Toby seems to be gaining despite having to watch out for Jack Keithley.
Yeah, he's watching his mirrors for Keithley, but he's still looking forward, isn't he? And he's still maintaining and in fact decreasing the gap on Van Dorn. So he's doing a decent job of doing both. Dave Villar is dropping off the back of Lauritsen fairly significantly. Butch has actually gained on him over the past lap. And look at this, Malachy and Paolini crossed the line 12.1 and 12.2. I think obviously Paolini got caught up with Malachy because Malachy's like 2 seconds on the road.
He is indeed, so...
Almost 3.
Yes, so I have to see what Paolini can do from here then. Eric Strahan as well, again up into P9, another continuation of what we saw earlier. Patel up into 12th as well, so after Patel's unfortunate incident on the very final corner last time out, he'll be looking again for redemption. He now takes a look at the rear end of Pine Petrol and looks to try and put that one past him. He's straight to the outside, knows what's coming. He's not hanging back at all, is he? He's got straight up there, he's made his intentions very clear. Gone straight in
sweeps in front.
The corner's even there. And Patel is on a rampage right now.
Yeah, there's history between those two or something, because Patel didn't need to do that. He swept right in front of Petzol. It's legitimate, but common courtesy not to do that, and swept right in front of Paul Petzol. And those two, 11th and 12th currently. They'll look to move up the grid if they can. But the rotation speed, guys, the beautiful orange and green cars, based on the Mazda 787B, Liam, from the early 90s, the Le Mans car. Beautiful sounding car, by the way. I suggest you Google that. It's my favourite car sound in the world, actually, even more than a V12 F1 engine. And that's the livery it's based on, and it's they are currently sitting in 8th and 10th position right now, which is great for them. Great results. But up toward the front, Halburg, 0.5 back of Van Dorn now. He's closing in, Liam.
He is indeed, that gap is coming down, and also as well, the gap between him and Keithley has almost fluctuated a little bit now. It's around 0.7 seconds, we'll see what it is officially when they cross the line, but already now look at the pressure Halburg is having on Van Dorn. He's flashing away at that lap time that Van Dorn is just put on the table. Halburg is being relentless right now, but he's got reason to be. After a poor race won by his standards, he really needs to try and get his championship back on course right now. He's definitely looking to be the right man to do it. He was in no score in race 1, and that's completely destroyed his championship run. He needs Keithley now to have a no score, I think, before the end of the season. The gap's already 6 points or something, and then with that, with Keithley winning the race, not scoring, it's going to go up to 36 points, and Talbot needs a no score from Keithley now, I fear, coming into the final round after this at Sebring, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened in motorsport, and we may well see Keithley trip up somewhere, but he looks exceptionally strong, and he doesn't need to win races now. He's just sitting there in 3rd, and this will be his 2nd Touring Pro Series title and his 2nd World Supertech Series title, as Talbot sets up Van Dorn for a move, coming towards the end of the lap final section. Van Dorn brakes super late. And how did he hope that? Any other driver nearly would have braked from there, may have messed up, and look at Talbot, he's smelling that burning rubber. He knows the opportunity. Look at Keithley. He's not taking anything for granted either. He's not too far away. Is he going to push the pass? He's done it. He's going to go straight up the inside, not wasting any time. Realising how close he is now to Van Dorn, he should get the move done prior to the corner. He cuts in very nicely, and as you can see, no, he doesn't. So classic stuff there from Jack Keithley as he now sets his sights on Stoffel Van Dorn. So it's almost like two of TPS greats almost want to try and fight Van Dorn for themselves. That just goes to show what push to pass does for you, though, doesn't it? They both, Van Dorn and Keithley, were on push to passes down the pit straight, and you'd say Talbot had the best exit of the 3 at the final corner, but Keithley was able to use it to overtake Talbot, and Van Dorn escaped up the road. So that's exactly what's going on. Let's have a look at 209 and Lennon, because 209 has been turned round through the first corner. See if we can catch that on replay. I think he was having a go at Gary Lennon, and we're going to a little bit of lag. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? Are we going to? No, we're not going to get it. No. But and look at this, Matazewski alongside Gary Lennon. This is for 15th and 16th place. Keep an eye on the leaders' gaps for you whilst we're doing this. And that's 209 and trying to make his way back past Gary Lennon. James Johnson behind him in 18th, that'll be. So 209, a reasonable debut for him. And look at the gaps. Keithley and Talbot across the line. Talbot using a push to pass on the very next lap, back on Keithley, back up the inside, and we're as we were. And it could not get any closer than this. Lap 11 here at Vanport, the second race, and they both know what's at stake here. Keithley wants to get his 9th win out of 10 races. He's going to have a job though, and you can see now David Yin trying to attack Eric Strand, but he's evidently got past. How much longer? We're not too sure, because his eyes may be blinded by those bright liveries of teammates David Yin and Dino Paolini. And now you can see him now going as well, but Hamid Patel, having passed Burlak, having passed Petzold, is setting his sights on the back of Paolini.
Burlak, you know, top 5 in race 1, down in 12th in race 2. It shows you just how tight WSS it is, because these guys, you know, it's so close that you can be in 5th place with the same pace and 12th place with the same pace. You know, it depends on the luck of the draw and all that kind of stuff. But you don't tend to get the same top 6 in every race.
That's a very valid point, and I'm sure we're going to see another example of that here today. We're going to see another example of David Yin's overtaking skills. I think we might be. He doesn't look to the inside of Eric Strand though. Can he make it sit? No, as they go through. And he's also got a little bit more momentum now compared to teammate Paolini. And you can see now there's a massive train of cars behind. You've got Patel, and there's Nilsson's there. And look at that.
Oh,
why is he dropping the pits there?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure if he's got loose off the exit of the corner and gone wide, or...
No, I think that's a drive. That looked deliberate to me. Yeah, it's definitely deliberate. You're not traction limited there. So he's obviously got a drive-through for something. Cutting the first chicane, perhaps. Anyway, let's go to the front, because once again, Talbog's sizing the gap between himself and Van Dorn. Oh, look at Maliki and Butcher. Sorry, Maliki and Butcher are almost line astern as well. And there's battles all over the place. Burlak and Patel, you know, are battling away as well. So, which one do we follow, Liam? Pick one. 1, 2 or 3?
Number 2, let's go in the middle.
Alright, let's have a look at Maliki and Butcher. So Butcher has actually been overtaken by Maliki, and he's dropped back into 7th place. I think he was up to 6th. So Maliki and Butcher battling away, and Butcher is going to try and use the pit straight to his advantage, and perhaps use... Oh, and just as I say that, Talbog's having a go at Van Dorn across the start-finish line. And Van Dorn has to be careful with that, the inside of that curb through turn 1. I think I said that before about him, but actually Talbog has gained significantly through that sector. Maliki and Butcher side by side down the pit straight, and Butcher's trying to squeeze him, and Maliki's gone far too deep, jumps across the curb, and they didn't need to swing into Butcher's car there. And Maliki was a little bit naughty there, I fear. But Butcher's through.
It is indeed, and I wonder though how long that's going to last, because Butcher seemingly to have the advantage at the moment. We've all seen before how feisty Edward Maliki can be. He really is a force on the racetrack. We're going to have to see if he can prove that further a bit later on. They can see Dino Paolini P9 again under pressure from Peter Burlak, who's looking to reenact really what he did in race 1. It was a fantastic result for the Twister team.
Talbog and Van Dorn!
Van Dorn almost lost that one to Jesper Tolbert. They're going out to traffic as well. This could get a little bit tasty. Now you can see the aggression. Now it's also a sense of desperation. The pace seems to have picked up dramatically. Is Tolbort's looking in a very switch to that zone again. He doesn't do this often, but he looks so aggressive, so single-minded in what he wants to do.
He's on push to pass. He's through, and he's going to use the back marker as a block. And he's done it!
Get past it. Oh, beautiful stuff there by Tolborg, and that is why he's achieved just about everything there is to achieve here in the Touring Pro Series. And Van Dorn surely will have to look twice. He's seen Tolborg in front. He's got to be careful. He's got Keithley just behind, and this could not get any tastier right now. You can see, just as we say tasty, Edward Maliki is back past Butcher.
Yeah, these guys are fighting all over the place, hand over fist. It's difficult to follow the right battle and catch all the action. I'm trying to do that for you. Here's Burlak and Paolini. Paolini having a go. That's a brave place to have a go, and he's not going to get that move stuck. Mohamed Patel and Petzold are lighting his turn pretty much. We'll just go through the field dead quick for you. 209 and Johnson. Johnson's gaining significantly on 209, and he's 16th place. Ockerklint, Van der Veld, Ray Lilly, Eric Strand, who we saw in the pits, obviously. Gary Lennon, something's happened to him as well. He was the person just being lapped. See the leaders coming through there. Van der Ven and Enderman. We've lost Vanny and Salo, Alvarenga, Richards, Wiesenmuller, of course, and Tusting. Brian Walker, Dave Simmons, Scott Cervic. Paolo Tempera is still in the race, it says, but he's not. And that is the final retirement. So Talbog leading from Van Dorn, and Keithley's all over the back of Van Dorn.
He is indeed. No wonder how long can Van Dorn hold on it's only going to be a matter of time surely before these two head into some more conflict. Round 15 of 20 around the Vanport circuit here. You can see Alexander Lawson 8.9 seconds away. That just shows you how quickly these guys are lapping right now, despite being one of the fiercest battles I've ever seen. So it really could not get more tense. A little bit of a wiggle there from Van. He's definitely feeling the pressure. Look how much of a gap now that has shrink to. And this is the corner where Van Dorn lost the victory last time round. So we're hoping to not make the same mistake today. But yes, the Toby's already got a 1.1 second gap.
I have to say, this just shows what could have been the Jesper Talborg in race 1. He obviously had the pace at pole, and Van Dorn, look how quick he is through there. But Talborg, you know, set the pace in qualifying. Obviously, was got himself caught up in the final corner, and then ended up making several mistakes, dropping down the pack. And it shows you what might have been, and this is what might have been. And he's romping away with this one. Van Dorn has no answer right now.
Yeah, it is indeed. And I wonder, though, how long this is going to last. Because we've said before, though, everyone seems to burn out the tyres when he gets to Jack Keating, and he seems to have a much stronger second stint than first. Right now, he's been stuck in P3 for quite some time after a couple of duels with Jesper Talborg. He's now got a very different opponent, very different driving style in terms of Stoffel Van Dorn. So we're going to have to see how this battle pans out with Keithley, again doing that vintage thing which himself and Talborg have done in the past, I've noticed. He's not going for these massive manoeuvres yet. He doesn't feel the need to. He's parking his car there and waiting to pounce. Almost like a lion just hiding, waiting for its prey to pounce, just waiting for that opportunistic time in a split second. And he's got to make it right, and Keithley knows this, and he's got to wait for a Van Dorn mistake perhaps, and that's what he's trying to rely on.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think Van Dorn just needs to push the pass down there, trying to get a break from before the final corner. I reckon Keithley will have a push the pass now. I reckon Keithley will push the pass now.
It's very possible, and I think Keithley would have twigged that as well. A little brain spark would have sparked off, and you can see Jesper Talborg again 1.2 as they cross the line, so it's definitely got 1.6 now. It's definitely rising, and you can see it in towards turn 1 again. Keithley does surprise them, does not use it or feel it necessary to, so obviously saving them up.
Van Dorn has done that once too many times, I fear, through turn 1. Jumped across the curve on the inside there, and perhaps cut the corner a little bit too much, and we'll see whether anyone actually reports that or not. But he's got to be careful. It's a big thing in WSS is making sure everyone's driving to the track boundaries and the correct track boundaries. And it's very clearly written out, and Van Dorn needs to be a little bit careful through there. But Talborg, as you say, 1.9, he's gained another 3 tenths through sector 1.
And you can see just how hungry he is for his victory as well. He wants to break that chain of Jack Keithley, beg your pardon, but he knows as well what's at stake. He needs a win here. There's no chance of a second place if he wants to win this championship, and Jack Keithley again ever closer. Look how late Van Dorn breaks through there. He really goes aggressive over those curves in towards the final corner once again. And it's just amazing to see again that differentiation in driving styles. You can see Jack Keithley takes it a little bit nicer.
Here we go, push the pass. Here we go, Jack Keithley's going to take second position off Stoffel Van Dorn here, I think. Goes up the inside as they head towards the breakings over turn 1, and he's cleared him. He doesn't move in front. Van Dorn's still there. Van Dorn once again jumping over the curbs, and Keithley takes the position. Second place is Jack Keithley's. He's got to set about after Talborg, who's 2.1 down the road.
And look at this, Lawson as well coming under sufficient. Well, I believe that's a lap
Gary
car.
Leonard's lap.
Yeah,
Gary
3
Leonard,
seconds away though is this man Petter.
I've just noticed Chris Butcher's down to 11th.
I wonder what's happening, because he was fighting with Edward Malachy.
Yeah, indeed. So I don't know exactly what's happened there. He's run wide, and I think that's what Strand. I think that's where he got a drive for the penalty, jumping across those curbs. So be careful. The reason that there's a reason those penalties are there is to stop you just jumping straight through the chicane. But Butcher is in 11th place. He's dropped to 11th. It's still a fairly decent result considering how much practice he actually did for this event, and but he was championship leader after round 1, so.
He was indeed, and you can see already now just how tense is Petter Burlak trying to look on the back of David Yez. Time running out here though, this is the prime. David taking opportunity, does he look to the inside, does he wait? He looks to the inside here, a bit of a risky move. David may break later, he does indeed. Gets over the curve nicely and holds on to the position for now,
that's
but
great.
look how close he's...
Yeah, that's great racing though, Liam, through there, because Burlak was sensible. He didn't charge up the inside into a very, very fast corner, which he could have done. And and then it would have been up to Yunt to decide whether he wanted to have an accident or let him go. And,
He's such a young driver as well. It's great to see that sort of racing mentality.
You see, this is where they race, and now they've left each other racing route. This is fantastic. They left each other cars with. They haven't made contact once. Now they're still side by side coming into the right-hander through turn 4, and David Young sweeps in front, but Burlack's still there. They're side by side again. Burlack's on the inside.
Oh, I've never seen
Brilliant
something quite like
stuff.
this before. And as I said before, with such young drivers to have that sort of racing state, it doesn't come.
David Young's not old. He's exactly old. He's still a teenager. And look at this. Oh, sideways. Swiss German.
So that is a prime example of why Touring Pro Series is probably the best touring car series, if you will, in sim racing.
Absolutely. And you've got David Young is a stalwart in TPS. He's been around for many seasons now. You've got Peter Burlack coming in. He's famous in FSR and that kind of thing. Or he's sideways across the concrete, but these guys just straight away know how to race against each other in the TPS. It's a fantastic racing that, and that's how it should be done. That's exactly how it should be done. And congratulations, guys. We have a moment in the spotlight. Mo Patel is moved ahead of Chris Butcher into 9th position. I'm not entirely sure whether that was already completed or not, but nevertheless. Apparently David Young is 23 or 24, so there you go. I had him at 19, but he probably was 19 when I started doing TPS. The people don't age when you think of them in sim racing terms. Eric's fight's been 14 for 20 years.
I'm sure it'll be for 20 years more as well. But now you can see though, lap 20 has gone, well, almost come and gone, and it's almost time.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's 7 laps left. I was just going to say that was the speculation now that told me that. So Robert Wiesenmuller on the chat. Unfortunately, he was taken out by Ben Tusting early in the race, and unfortunately for him, that's not the first time as Butcher and Patel. Butcher's back through.
Oh, and this keeps getting better and better. Butcher seems to be in all sorts of twists about this afternoon. First Maliki now in Patel, 2 very different races indeed. You can see Butcher desperately trying to get to the outside, but Patel sweeps off into the distance after pressing that magic button and goes into turn 1, maintaining P9.
These two have had a little bit of history. They've had 1 or 2 sort of stressful battles, I would say, over the past few races, the past few events, and they've been a little bit contact between each other, but they've basically been clean races. And Mo Patel's had a pretty good debut in the TPS, I would say. He's been there or thereabouts most of the time. He was, of course, involved in the stock car championship, the end of the year thing that we did with F1BC and SRE and that kind of thing. So he's had a welcome to TPS, and he's that's a racing against Chris Butcher is about as good a welcome to racing in the TPS as you can get. He's been around for a while and he knows all the tricks of the trade, doesn't he, Liam?
He does indeed, and I'm sure he'll be a little bit of a setting an example, if you will. You can see Heinz Petzold just behind him, not too far away, 3 seconds. But for now, Chris's main focus always gone a little bit wide through that final corner. There you can see Petzold and Paolini still dueling away, but that did cost us a bit of time. Hopefully not too much, so he's right back in the slipstream.
Has he got a push to pass?
Him enough.
I think he's on the push to pass button here. He's going to send one up the inside. No, he's not. Oh, he's going to try and go around the outside, get the inside for the left-hander. Not going to happen. Oh, Patel very sideways. They both get through there unscathed, and that's actually quite miraculous because Patel was completely crossed up there.
He was indeed, and you can see already now Butcher almost feeling that sense of desperation, needs to try and get past Mohamed Patel, especially after another DNF in race 1 for THR. Now all of them looking a lot stronger. James Johnson as well, still in the race in front of Eric Strahan in P17 at the moment, so a much stronger race here for THR, and more reliable as well, so we'll have to see how I can convey this real in terms of the point standings at the end of the race. For now, it's looking very good for Ray TDS for Tolborg. He's extended his gap a bit further to 4.4 seconds, and Jack Keating extended his gap to Stoffel Van Dorn to around 2 seconds, so it seems that now they've kind of separated out, the war's over and it's all calmed down, they can all take a nice sigh of relief for a bit.
And it gives us a chance to have a look at people that we haven't really looked at this season, and Jonathan Ockerklint is one of those people. He's always in every TPS race, always with his creative skins and liveries, and here he is battling with newcomer Tuanainen. And let's follow this battle for a couple. I think this is actually the closest battle, apart from Petzold and Butcher and Battelle, but we've given them enough airtime this season. Let's have a look at these two. So Ockerflint behind Tuinainen, and they're going to come on the pit straight now. And Tuinainen all very sideways Tuinainen, and Ockerflint is going to be right behind him in the slipstream. Is he going to send one up the inside into turn one? Fancy him to do that. Tuinainen's blocking. Ockerflint nowhere to go, and Tuinainen's left the door open. Ockerflint's coming through. Contact between the two, but Ockerflint's done it. Great move.
And again, another fine example of how to overtake. And we can see now, again, it's a few more battles forming now. Still, this one rages on as we speak. Chris Butcher and Mohammed Patel, and it's almost at this part of the circuit again. And Patel immediately moves to the outside of the track, meaning we'll have the inside for the next corner. Chris goes right round the outside. It's going to be so close if he wants to try. He's not.
Oh, look at this!
A gutsy move, is he? Oh, beautiful!
What a move! What a move from Butcher.
Possibly overtaken the day. That was just incredible. You can see Patel, however, having none of it, but it's right back at him.
Oh, the Butcher into the wall!
And Schumacher Barrichello-esque right there from 2009. And Patel somehow maintains that position. Butcher's going to go round the outside, get the cut back. No, he won't. Patel holds on just. My goodness me.
Butcher round the outside. You know, I said Burlack was sensible backing off. I was in my mind. I was going, Butcher's going to lift. He's going to lift. Surely going to lift. He sweeps across in front of Patel. Somehow they both make the double right-hander, and then down the pit straight. Butcher's defence, but all he's worth just leaves the car's width. Patel takes that car's width on the push to pass, presumably, and takes the position back from Butcher. These two are it's a great battle list. These two, and we'll watch it again down here. This is just going to be slipstream this time. They won't have push to pass this time round. And there's just 3 laps left. Here comes Butcher. He's in the slipstream, nowhere to go, and having to go try around the outside. He's surely not going to do it again. Surely not going to do it again. He's surely not going to do it again. This time he does lift.
And you can see he's all trying to go at the inside of the final corner, but Patel allowing him no room whatsoever. Back onto the straight again. 4 times number. Oh, there's a bit of a switch into the wall there, and look at that straight away. And Patel again.
Oh, he's done it back. He's done it back.
Oh, this is just out and out racing, isn't it? There's no love between these two.
Absolutely fantastic. This is what WSS is all about. This is exactly what it's all about. The push to pass, the battle, the strategy, and the fact that you can overtake. You rarely get people overtaking this many times in a race.
Yeah, that's very true, and you can already see just how much tension. I mean, we've only got a few more laps to go. If this is sort of the last lap when these guys are still battling, I fear Heinz Petzold may have a cheeky look in here as well and bring Van with him. And so close now. I'm losing my words. I'm trying to focus on so many things. So right now, you can see Tell just trying to put everything he can, almost a little bit of a nudge as Butcher went sideways. And now Butcher will be on the receiving end of the move, surely going into that penultimate corner.
Butcher, if anything, got away with that mistake by holding it, because Patel wasn't able to get the power down until Butcher did, because Butcher was just dangling in front of him sideways, and so he couldn't move until Butcher put the power down, or else he'd turned Butcher around. So Butcher actually gained from that. But here comes Patel now. You see Patel in the slipstream, no push to pass, and Butcher immediately goes to the wall. He says, "I'm not letting you through this time round." And they cross the line almost side by side. Patel squeezing Butcher to the inside of the apex. He's going to try and go around the outside, side by side into the left hand. A little bit of contact, and that is a fantastic move from Patel this time round.
It really is indeed. So we have to see how long they hold on then. So in towards the final couple of laps, and Butcher trying to find a bit of a nudge there. They both catch the side nicely. Butcher going back again. There's another bit of contact. It's almost a drift championship now.
Patel's still there. Patel's still there.
And look at Petzold now, he's not too far away until he's loving this, and so must be Dino Paolini. It's getting so tasty right now. Despite the chilling weather, we've got one of the hottest battles I've ever seen right now. Heinz Petzold may break into the top 10 here if he's sneaky enough.
Look at this, on board with Heinz Petzold. Look at this. They're going to go side by side into the fast chicane. Let's stay on board with Petzold. Butcher's going to try and go around the outside. He did this a couple of laps ago. Surely not again. Surely not again. They go side by side. Butcher takes the position. Unbelievable scene.
I'm honestly speechless. The best part is we've still got one more lap when it crosses the line. And this
Oh, and here comes Petzl on the push to pass. He's going to do them both. It's going to be 3 wide.
No, Petzl couldn't make that stick through the middle, surely. There's a bit of contact. Oh, he's sung it. He's just about caught the slide. Oh, my goodness me. I just started checking off this cough now. I'm just speechless. Oh, and despite all the broadcast issues we've had, this so makes up for it in every single way. Chris Butcher still trying to find more in P10 at the moment. Petzl trying to establish something. If you think Chris Butcher's got wide a bit there, will Petzl sneak through? No, he doesn't. Paolini also not too far away, of course, these four. Locked in battle, surely, on the final lap. But one man who's not locked in battle is Jesper Toby. Man, he's almost on his way to a victory here.
He's coming through the first sector. I want to just quickly check in on Maliki and Davilar as they cross the start-finish line, because Davilar's going to go through past Maliki on the final lap, start of the final lap. So this could be game-changing. Let's head back to this battle, and they're about to start their final lap as well. This is going to be the last chance for anyone to overtake into turn 1. See if Butcher's got a push to pass. Really saving it for the final lap. It's got the slipstream. What's Petzl got? Petzl's too far back. Here comes Butcher. Patel defending to the inside. What can Butcher do? Can he go around the outside like Patel did to him? He's going to try it. He's going to try it. He's done it. Oh no! Patel's got tapped.
Oh, another 3-1. Oh, that's so close through there. And Dino Paolini may have come off the best of all of them.
Oh, contact!
No! And Paolini and Petzl have gone off. Toby takes the victory as Paolini takes a spin. As you say,
second.
Cousinot in second, Van Dorn third. Oh my goodness me. And there you can see now in P4, I believe that's Petter Berliak going to cross the line. And again,
it's not. What's happened here? What's happened here? Maliki's run wide. It's Lauritsen, by the way, who's crossing fourth. But in 5th place, it's going to be Davilar. In 6th place, it's going to be Maliki. In 7th place, we're going to have crossing the line the other Twitter entry of Berliak. Yep. So what happened there between those three? Swerving across the line in absolute delight for his result, by the way, is David Yunt. It's a great result for him. And here we go, look, 9th and 10th. It looks like Butcher's out of fuel.
No. Come on, push him across
the line. No, Chris. Chris, what have you done? Paolini, Anders Nielsen. Chris isn't going to make the line. Here comes Petzl. Butcher's 13th. Is he going to be 14th? What's happened to Petzl as well? Oh, James Johnson, 13th.
Oh, is that going to be a push? Oh, and look at that.
Who is that pushing him? Oh, that's Talbot pushing him.
And Keithley's coming as well. And making sure Butcher finishes it. Well, kind of, anyway, I believe. They're having a bit of a squabble between them.
They actually can't push Butcher to the line. Believe it or not.
Is he bowling? He's almost there.
He's going to make it.
Almost there he goes. A bit belated, but he finally crosses the line in a lonely...
He's not 14th, look. Unbelievable scenes. Absolutely unbelievable scenes from Chris Butcher. And him, Patel, Petzl, they were all involved. They were all there and thereabouts. Petzl dropped to 12th in the end. And it completely makes up for the fact that we had to spend... We missed the entirety of qualifying 2. I do apologise for that. But there you go. That's racing. And Talbot takes race 2. The only other person, apart from Butcher, to take a win other than Jack Keithley this season. So, congratulations to Jesper Talbot, but Jack Keithley in 2nd place cements his... he's going to go into the final round. Absolutely nailed on favourite.
Well, unless something drastic happens and there's 2 DNFs, I'm pretty sure Jack Keithley would have the slimmest odds at the bookies possible. But nonetheless, it's got to be said, what fantastic racing, not just by the leaders, but everyone in the field. We saw, as we said, that tremendous display by Berliak and David Yunt. We saw a feisty battle to the end with Chris Butcher and Mohamed Patel, with Petzl and Paolini as well. Just the whole entire field put on a spectacular display.
Certainly did. We'll talk to one or 2 of those drivers. I know I definitely want to talk to Chris Butcher after that, and Patel, and of course, yes, Patel, but we'll talk to 1 or 2 of them, see if we can get them in just right after this. Welcome back, and thank you for waiting patiently. I know there's another 10 seconds of silence, but we're still encountering technical difficulty. I don't know if it's the snow on the aerial or something, Liam, but we've had that all day. But anyway, we've got 1 or 2 drivers with us, and here we can have a word with. Let's have a look at champion-elect Jack Keithley. A win and a podium today, Jack. Not your usual domination. You must be disappointed with that.
Nope, not well. Grasser, yes, but I mean he drove very well. But no, I'm not really disappointed at all because after what happened in the first race, and when I realised the points lead I was going to have, all I was thinking was just finish well and just think of the big picture, and that's what I'd done the second race.
Yeah, we saw you not really challenging as hard as perhaps you might have done elsewhere, but still, I mean, you were exceptional in race 1. Just capitalised on Stubble's mistake and walked away with it in the end.
Yeah, it was a pretty good scrap, and yeah, you sort of just let him go, and I was just thinking of just hanging on to the back of him as long as I can while preserving the tyres, and it worked because pressured him late in the run, and yeah, he made a mistake. So yes, excellent.
I believe, Liam, you want to have a word with Stoffel?
I do. So Stoffel coming off some very good news of you securing a drive with Ford in the Formula Renault 3.5, coming into the World Supertech Series and doing exceedingly well. How was it on track for you today?
Not too bad. Could have been a little bit better. Especially race 1, I gave it a little bit away to Jack. But yeah, that was my mistake. And yeah, for race 2, I made small setup changes, and it didn't work out so well. So yeah, overall not too bad, but could have been a bit better.
I mean, you've definitely got to take the positives. I mean, you had a Goliath battle with 2 of the giants here in this series, and really, it could have gone either way at any stage, to be honest. So you must have really felt a real passion in that battle. But in terms of like the link between real racing and sim racing, I mean, is there anything you've been able to take from real racing and transfer it into here, or vice versa?
It's difficult. It stays a game, and I drive different in the game than I would drive in real life. So it's difficult to compare.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
thank you for your... Oh, sorry, Toby.
Sorry, no, no. Yeah, it is difficult to compare. I know myself. You know, you can't feel the car the way you can in real life because you've
Yeah,
only
exactly.
got the hands, haven't you? You know, you've only got feedback from the wheel. You can't feel it through your back, so it is different. But thank you, Stoffel, and thank you for joining us again. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you next time out at Sebring.
Thanks. Bye.
Let's pick on Chris Butcher because I want to have a word with him because his battle with Mo Patel was insane in that set race 2. It looked absolutely ridiculous on the broadcast, and it was a pleasure to watch. I mean, talk us through it from your perspective, Chris.
Well, I shouldn't have been in that position really because I failed and went off the track.
Oh yeah, we saw you in
And,
about 6 or 7. What happened?
Just the back end got away from me in that second chicane and got on the curb, and once you're on that curb, that's it. You know, there's no saving it from there. And yeah, and it took me a while to get it back on track. I lost about 15 seconds in that, I think.
Yeah. But talk us through the battle with Mo.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a bit marginal at times, right on the limit in terms of what's allowed, I think. But yeah, it was really good fun. Once one of us had get past on the push to pass, the other one was back through on the push to pass again, and then I think we both ran out of push to passes actually, and then we were just doing it on the slipstream.
And then Chris, you ran out of fuel.
And then I ran out of fuel because our strategist Robert gave me an incorrect fuel figure. So one more litre and I'd have crossed the line. It was a sad end to the battle because I think I'd taken that position, unfortunately. But you know, that's the way it goes.
It's a good job you're not in the title hunt anymore, really. It is a shame that you're not, but you know, at least you can take the positives of the battle away and not be focused on the fact that you ran out of fuel.
Well, absolutely, and with regards to the title, I mean, since the first round, I've not really had the pace, to be honest with you. I sort of probably only looked into that because Jack had issues in that race. Otherwise, I don't think I'd have had that win either, to be honest with you. But in terms of the team championship as well, I think that's pretty much sealed up now because the aim, knowing that Calamise wasn't here was to close the gap to precision as much as we can, but unfortunately my DNF and Jesper's several issues put paid to that.
Yeah, indeed. So, never mind. We'll actually talk to Rob, actually. So, Rob the strategist. You had a decent run in race 1. Top 6, I think. 6, I think it was.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't really remember. It was quite good. The start was really messy. Unfortunately we had no green signal this time, and I tried my best to explain everyone the procedure, and unfortunately it didn't really work.
Yeah, I do a public apology now from myself. Actually, I downloaded the remote desktop. It was working fine at home. Doesn't work through on this internet for some reason. So, no idea why that is the case, but it means I couldn't give any signals. Yeah, we left it to the discretion of RW to do it. He was the acting admin, and thank you for stepping in, Rob.
Yeah, about my race though.
Yes.
I have to apologize to Rasmus Salo because I hit this car in the first corner of Latour, I think. I've just braked a little bit too late, so sorry. Otherwise, race 1 was really good. I had a really clean battle once again with Peter Davila. Excellent. So yeah, good points. Unfortunately, I'm the only THR car who scored points in this run.
Yeah, indeed, in the first race, and then race 2 ended pretty soon for you, so not much you could do about that one either. So it was once again bad luck, Rob.
Yeah, well, I just talked with Ben about the incident, and to be honest, when I drove there, I had the feeling I got pushed off, and he sees it a little bit different. So I guess we have to wait and see what happens afterwards. When the steward have a look.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move on. I think Liam has got hold of David.
Oh, indeed. So, David, I mean, you had a fantastic race too. Me and Toby both commentated on just how well you battled with Petter Burlak. I mean, that was a fine example of how to battle efficiently and safely. I mean, how was that for you this weekend?
Well, I didn't think I would be that far up the grid. I just came in and thought, if you gave me an 8 and 9 place at the start of the race, I'd have taken it, but thought, how the hell would I do that? But battling with Peter, well, for me, it wasn't really much battling. It was just trying to stay ahead of him for a bit and not get in our way when he's going to pass me, because at that place, Chris and Mo were still close enough to get close to us if we just started battling like mad. So I took the better decision, the wiser decision, and moved behind him when he had passed me to the first turn, I think it was, and then I just ran away. But otherwise, race was really great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, yourself and Dino, between you both had excellent races until the final incident with Dino, which he got involved in. But as a team, I mean, you must have taken a giant step forward. So we'll touch on Dino's incident in a minute. But as a team, David, you've got to feel a lot of momentum pushing into the next event.
Yeah, definitely. I've liked Sebring last time really much as well. And I'm really happy that we have such a great result after the disappointment at Cheres, where I crashed, where we didn't get as much points as we hoped we would, and I'm really happy that Dino had for one time a very good race, and we're really sure we can take this to the next race and do our best.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, David. We'll let you just cool down a bit now and relax after what must have been a very tense race for you. And we'll quickly talk to Dino. I mean, you look so strong as well, especially with yourself and Heinz, and you just both pushed so well up in towards Chris Butcher and the Mohammed Patel battle. But then what went wrong on the final couple of laps?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what went wrong, but on the last lap, I was alongside 2 other cars, and I think Heinz or someone else just crashed into my rear. I'm not sure why, but I had a lot of luck that the barricade was quite far ahead. Otherwise, it would have been DNF for sure. So I'm pretty happy that I had this kind of luck on the last lap, to be honest, because my season was complete disaster in every single race. So I should be happy that I had a good race today.
Yeah, and you really showcased some fine overtaking manoeuvres as well. So heading into Sebring then, is it a track that you like, or are you looking forward to that event?
I think so. Last season and on last WSS season, it was by far my best result, so I think it should be alright.
Well, hopefully you can carry that momentum and the momentum from today's race and bring that into Sebring. So again, we'll let you go, and I'll hand you over to Toby.
Okay, and I want to have one final word. I'm going to pick on Kevin Enderman because I love the sound of his Germanic Australian voice. So, Kevin, talk us through your 2 races.
Race 1 was pretty good. Finished 14th, first top 15 of the season, and race 2 was done after lap 2 after I got spun around.
Oh
and
yeah,
sadly someone collected me.
Yeah, we saw your name in the DNFs, and yeah, okay, that's unfortunate. I mean, you've been pretty solid this season, though. I mean, it's not been spectacular, but you've had some. I think you've had a couple of top 10s, haven't you?
I only got top 20s and now the top 15. I don't have the ground speed in these cars, so
Yeah.
just try to get some points here and there.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's nice to see you in the cars, and they are very, very attractive cars as well. I do like the Team Down Under liveries.
Cheers.
Right, Liam, Mr. Jenkins. Let's wrap up. I mean, it was race 2 was fantastically exciting. Race 1 was a little bit dull, I would say, for a WSS race, but race 2 really, I mean, the Butcher Patel battle was immense.
It was, and that's what did it for me. I think the thing as well, we spent so long trying to get this broadcast working after the technical difficulties we had, and to come into a second race, we were all a bit doom and gloomy, like, oh god, we finally got that sort of thing. But then for the racing to be of that quality, that's probably the best racing I've seen all season throughout the field.
Yeah.
We had some drivers that we relatively don't get that much camera time, putting on the best performances of their career, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was an absolute spectacle to watch.
It was, yeah, we saw 1 or 2 great moves. Clint, for example, at the inside into turn 1, fantastic move. Some great racing from these guys, and we've got to, we talk about the Keithleys, the Van Dorns, the Tailbugs at the front. We promote them, but the guys further back have excellent races in their own rights, and when we go and watch them, they're just as good, and that's the strength of DPS. They might not have the raw pace, but their overtaking ability is absolutely just as good, and it's been a joy to be commentating on this one. Actually, I was not looking forward to it, but. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for putting on the show, and I do apologise about the start. I'll have to do a public apology in the forum about that. But anyway, thank you for joining me, Liam. I know both of us are looking forward to freezing cold temperatures tonight, and perhaps building another snowman tomorrow.
Yeah, pleasure as always, and hopefully we'll get round to Sebring if we don't all get snowed in. So I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Indeed. So thanks for joining us. I've been Toby Davis.
And I've been Liam Jenkins.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.